a finalist out here on this stage. That's terrific.
HF has never had a state champion. Oak Park has had more than their share.
Did any of the press releases mention who the last Homewood-Flossmoor finalist was?
It was, we did look that up earlier. It was Shelly Resendez in 1989. The only HF wrestler ever to reach a final prior to this afternoon, to last night.
Yeah, I wasn't, I'm remembering, it may go back even before that, but they had a short little Iranian who was a pretty darn good wrestler, but I couldn't remember if he had made the finals or not.
Now, Ariola, both these guys have been state qualifiers before.
And of course, when you talk to him, he was a great kid, and of course, he would say he was Persian, even though he's from Iran. He would say he was Persian, and but here we are, 20-some years later.
Ariola, state qualifier at 170 last year.
Sam Brooks' graduation made space for him at this weight.
I tell you, Bell is not qualified for state, but he has come down a weight class each of his last 3 years as a varsity wrestler. He was a 215-pounder as a sophomore, wrestled 195 last year, and this year is at 182.
I'll be darned. He's filling in where... Has he been losing baby fat, or has he been filling in for his team where they needed him?
I think probably part of both of those things was going on.
Well, you sure wouldn't guess from looking at him now that he might have been pudgier in his earlier days.
Right.
He's well put together, that's for sure.
And once again, we have a scoreless first period. Mike Herkus, of Ringwood, our official here.
Oh.
John Churchill of Morton is the...
Donnie Bell chose neutral.
Was the assistant. So Bell chooses neutral.
Does he know something? Is Ariola particularly tough on top?
Yeah, I think he probably just knows where he's comfortable. He's just going to do what he does.
Well, I will say that I do think a lot of wrestlers and coaches automatically pick under without necessarily thinking about it.
Yes, it's the automatic call, but it's not all the, sometimes it's the right one and sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, my particular cringe factor is when you've handled somebody on your feet and it goes to the third period and it's your choice and you pick under, and I'm thinking, why put yourself under some potential punishment if you've already demonstrated superiority on your feet? Why put yourself in that position? I've seen that a few times in this tournament, and heck, you see it at the college level too.
And Bell unable to keep him in bounds there on that shot. Minute 2 left to go in the second period. No score. We've wrestled 4.5 periods plus in these AAA finals, and we've had a grand total of 3 points scored.
I'm curious. I'm curious if Bell suffered some of those, or a lot of those 6 losses earlier in the season, and if he's just gotten progressively better throughout the year. Because
he wrestled a very tough schedule.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
a couple losses to Pajak from Sandburg, lost to Jack Sears of St. Rita, been pinned by Ariola once. That was at the Hinsdale Central Tournament. Montalvo from Lincoln Way West, who placed in Class 2A.
Oh, Ariola, I believe he just got warned for stalling.
Yeah.
I think the green sided fist went up.
That's right. So we have a warning against Ariola. 2 seconds left in the second period, and the decision by Bell to go neutral has been a good one, even though he hasn't scored.
Well,
now Ariola has the choice. He'll go down.
And Bell is going to cut him. He
wants no part of wrestling on top or trying to ride. He's just going to, that's the game plan. He's going to beat him on his feet or he's not going to beat him.
Well, he and his coaches must have made a conscious decision that Ariola is just a superior wrestler on the mat, and why mess with it? And then,
if you're going to get, a swing single by Bell, and almost a reshot for one of his own by Ariola. I guess he's going to, if he's going to lose, he's going to lose with his number one.
Well, it would appear that Bell is either going to depend on a takedown right at the end of this match, or he's going to depend on getting 2 takedowns.
Here's my number one. See if he can beat it. Because you see, in baseball, here's my number one. See if he can hit it.
It doesn't appear to me that if he took him down right now, he would try to ride him for a minute. So he's really going to need 2.
Coaches in IHSA's corner were reminding Bell, push him, he's got a star warning.
First caution on red on that starting whistle.
Minute 10 left to go. Ariola throws him out of bounds. Now a minute 7 left as they restart.
Donnie.
Haven't really seen much of any shot from Ariola, a couple of counters. Corner yelling at Bell to get busy. Now down to under 40 seconds to go. And just
he's pretty tied up. I was going to say, Bell's arm's pretty tied up right now.
Right.
Not much he could have done from that position. That was pretty much of a lockout on Ariola's part. Well, Bell's at the point now where
now the 2-on-1 by Ariola.
Bell needs to get a shot off before he gets tied up again, because Ariola is controlling the arm.
15 seconds left to go. Bell drives him to the edge. Nothing there.
Well, what are the chances the refs will do with this 2 matches in a row? And
he's backed out of the circle. It could happen.
And he's 2-on-1 again. He's 2-on-1 and pushing.
3,
he has not made a shot.
2, 1, and Ariola hangs on to win on the intentional escape at the start of the 3rd period. 1-0. So the first state champ of the evening for Oak Park River Forest by a 1-0 score, Joe Ariola.
And just like at 170, both of those young men were seniors and are done with